get this fender put back on yet. That was a lot of fun. Everything seems to be pretty good. Except the throttle won't quite stay up. I need to adjust something there. Keeps working its way back. Dad strength adjusted the valves in it. Seems to be running a lot better than it was. Still, we're going to do a tune-up kit on it. Plugs, wires, coil, condenser cap, all that. Seems to travel straight. I think we're good. Well, we come inside from playing with the MC, and Dad started tearing the clutch apart on the 720, and we figured out why it makes a lot of noise and don't sound very good. It's pretty rough shape in there. So we're going to tear it all apart and see what we need for parts, and probably just get one of them clutch kits for it. It's pretty bad, ain't it? No. Wonder how that got so bad in there.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see that's still tight on the crank.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? That don't look like it's going to slide off there very easy.
That's what the threaded bolt holes are for.
Oh. Okay.
Which is a good thing.
So we gotta get some bolts put in them holes.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna run them bolts in and push them out. Hopefully. Well, this low hour tractor, that would be that tight.
Shouldn't.
It looks like you just grab it and pull it out. Almost. Maybe spray some old rusties in there. There it is. That shaft looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Huh?
It does.
So now we gotta pull all them out? Or is there any more in there?
I thought one was stuck to there. It's just from the fiber. Put that face down in that hole. Now they have to.
Okay, so in order to get this pulley wheel off, you have to get the whole row of nuts and bolts out of there, out of the ring, and then pry that loose from the reduction gear case of the tractor, and then the pulley wheel should slide off. Just get it over that stud. There it goes. You better let Alex have that. Or, sorry, Dad's Strength. Have that. You can't use his real name.
Shit.
Is it heavy?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to that tire, I guess.
I told you to let Alex have it. Well, we got the pulley wheel off, and let me point out, you need to remove this clutch linkage in order enough to let this fork move out so that you can get the pony off, or pulley wheel off. I'm sorry, not pony. But anyways, I kind of want to point out, this is interesting. This outside gear is your transmission main drive gear. The inside gear is your PTO gear that runs continuously. And then what's really interesting is these tin pieces are actually funnels for oil. When oil gets slung around the gears, they make oil go out into different spots to keep everything oiled in here. So that's pretty interesting. So, language. We are a family watched YouTube channel. You bombed that one. We're going to have to try to beep that out, and I don't know how to beep yet. Beep! There we go. So, Dad's Strength and I now are going to pull the valve cover off because ever since we've had it running quite a bit in here and stuff, it's when you turn it over, it's got a strange clicking sound in it. So I've asked on the two-cylinder fan or Facebook fan page about it, and a couple guys have talked about maybe it's the compression release needing adjusted or just a valve adjustment. So we're going to pull the valve cover off and we're going to have a look in there and see what's going on. So, because it's kind of a mystery noise, tractor runs perfectly fine. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that it can't be a major problem, or that it is a major problem, because I don't think it is. So we're going to tear it apart and see what's going on. We got to take the muffler off for the pony motor first, and then we can take the valve cover off. A moment of truth. Let's look inside. Oh boy. Oh. Well, there's inside the valve cover with 720 diesel. I don't know what we're going to look at yet.
Spots.
Need to wash it out a little bit. Everything looks like it's okay. I'll have to do a little investigating. So Dad's strength's going to turn it over, and we're going to have a look at what's going on in there. So as you can see, everything seems to be moving okay. The noise must be farther back. And you can see how that oil goes around them gears. Pretty interesting. We've got to change the oil in this gear reduction. That stuff's nasty. I know. It's going to get serviced. So, okay, we're going to have to dig a little deeper. Okay, so we started our investigation into what the noise is. And we wanted to check the compression release, check the tolerances on it. So I set up a dial indicator on the exhaust valve, and we went by the procedure in the book. And it should be 55 to 80 thousandths is what the compression release opens. So go ahead and you open it. And it goes to about, what is that, 45 thousandths. So it is opening and closing, but it's not opening enough. So I think we're going to adjust it, open, get it between that range of 55 to 80, and see if possibly our noise goes away. If not, we're going to have to go a little deeper with a little more investigation. So I've already checked that side. We came to this side, I checked it, and they seem to be within a couple thousandths of each other. So we're going to adjust that and see what happens. So in order to adjust our compression release, we have to come up here and we have to turn this apart to make the linkage longer, and that will allow to push the compression release farther open. So Dad's strength's going to get that all broke loose, get it working, and we'll get a readjustment. So now when I open up the compression release, we go up to 65. That's where we're going to set it at. So now we're going to go set the other side. Okay, so both sides of the tractor are set to the specs that the book call for. Well, 65 thousandths is what we set them to, but that's within the range. So the compression release is properly set on the 720. So we're going to turn it over again and see if anything makes a noise. Well, that's going to be it for today. We haven't found a mysterious noise on the 720 yet. We're going to keep investigating that. We got a couple friends of ours coming tomorrow. They're going to listen to it and give us their opinion on them, because they've worked on them quite a bit too. So as far as valve adjustment, everything seems to be fine. Compression release adjustment is good. Set it, it's perfect. So we're not sure what the noise is. It's still in this area when you turn it over. So we're going to keep working on that and see if we can find it. We've got the pulley wheel off. We're going to completely rebuild the clutch. There's some parts we're going to replace in there. Bearings, bushings, fibers, all that's going to get replaced. So the MC seems to be good. Dad's strength and I threw the fender back on it. I got to put the cover back on top of the final drive yet. And I took the cover off the other final drive just for some inspection. Everything seems to be good. There's no oil leak. There's no nothing. Everything feels tight still. So that was a success. The only thing is we're going to wait on that tune-up kit. We're going to throw a tune-up kit in it and see if we can get it running a little better than it is now. We're going to run it a little bit, and then we're going to do another compression test on it probably when we throw the tune-up kit in it. See where it's at. If it's still low and if it's still having trouble, probably just going to tear it down and overhaul it. So all the parts are still available. Just going to do it, be done with it, and have it ready for this spring. But who knows, with the tune-up kit, might run perfectly fine, might not be an issue. Just that low compression bothers me. But the funny thing is, it's equal on both cylinders. They're both at around 80 psi. So unless it wore that even, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, if you like this episode of Dirt Grain Steel and you want to keep following us working on these tractors, give me a like and subscribe. Dad Strength L is next. And we are possibly looking into buying a John Deere M tractor. So we'll have an MC and an M. So it's not set in stone that we're going to buy it or anything. We are looking into it. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to make any promises. We got a lot going on now. And I don't know if we need more projects until we get these two done. But there's always room for projects out back, I suppose. So I still got a Huff H60 payloader that I want to get either engine swapped or do a overhaul on it. It's getting water in the oil. Need to get it drug up here, drag it in the shop, and see if it's possibly just an oil cooler. Some of them international oil coolers would do that. We'll see. So I would like to get that running too. That's another project we got. I want to get my drag line in here, my LS78 link belt. I want to get it in here. Need to get the rotary valve resealed in it. I've been told it's not a very bad job at all. I can do it without pulling the drums out above the valve. So I'm pretty excited about that. So there are a lot more to come. Got some clutch work and lining work clutch lining work I need to do on the drag line too, because I want to use it at my gravel pit this summer. So and then there's a few things on the grade all yet I need to address, but it's been too cold and there hasn't been shop space to mess with it. So it's just been sitting in its spot out back. So, but as soon as the weather turns and we get some shop space, we'll get back on those projects too. So anyways, give me a like and subscribe if you want to follow all that. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.